Season 3 is my favorite season. And
We're gonna have a spicy list. I'm
mm,
gonna have to go season 3 next.
at 3?
At 3.
Oh my gosh. I know this is a hard question to answer, but how would you rank the first 4 seasons? I can go first since it's more fresh on my mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'll give you my answers to why. So, first up, I gotta go with season 3. Season 3 is my favorite season, because it's my favorite version of Elle, because she's still super strong, but she's getting hurt at this point. And
we're gonna have a spicy list.
and like this is the episode where like they spent the most time apart, like the core party spent the most time apart, where it was like, yo, like Dustin and Steve became a thing where it's like, yo, this is my new favorite duo. And we get introduced to characters like Robin, you know, Max and 11 have their whole powwow sleepover. Like, you get to see Elle finally start to realize what her personality is instead of just adopting the ones that she gets from Mike, and like they do their whole thing or whatever. Hop is trying to be a good dad and is failing miserably, but he's still doing good. And the whole 3 inches rule, it was just good. Like, I just like really like that era. And freaking Billy, bruh. This man Billy was a menace. He was a menace, bruh. And I just was like, yo, oh my gosh. Like, when he got bodied, I was like, I was like, hey, I respect it. Like, even though I don't like you, like, you doing us a solid right now. So I gotta respect it. But yeah, like, we learned so much about, just like the mind flare and how it works, and then, the physical manifestation of those things, and freaking people getting melted. It was just crazy. And that's when I realized, like, yo, this is nothing to play with. This series is nothing to play with. But after that, I'm going season 4. And I think season 4 is the most dramatic and like the most stuff happened in it. But it just wasn't my favorite era, And then after that, I gotta go season 1 because season 1 is a classic. And it was just like, you think you're in this normal town, but it's not normal, bro. And we can see that everything that's happening because we're getting to see all the different sides of the story. But like the main characters are just now learning about it, And then season 2, which was like, it wasn't bad, but it's just like, that's just where it happened to land for me. But what you got, bro? How would you rank the Stranger Things seasons?
Yeah,
it's been a
minute. Definitely 2 is the worst season.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little weird. But I don't think I hated it. I think it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go season 3 next.
At 3?
At 3.
Oh my gosh.
I do think that's a really good season. And that's the season where she dumps Mike, right? I think that's the season. She's like,
yeah, because that's when they're in the mall and they're trying to find a gift.
I like that season a lot. A lot of the characters grow a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's also when the mind flare possesses like normal civilians too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. That's a really good season.
That's why it's number 1 for me.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. Now here comes the difficult part for me. I'm gonna go season 1 as the second best season.
Okay.
Mainly because I haven't seen season 1 in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, to me, like the perfect setup, mystery, and like anticipation of like what's happening, what's going on in this town, what is this lab, what are these powers? Like everything wasn't fully fleshed out to the point where this whole D&D storyline was very, very refreshing, and especially for a TV show with a bunch of kids, it was actually enjoyable.
Yeah.
And I didn't think the first season was dumb at all. Characters literally died. and characters changed from that experience. Like
Yeah.
a lot of them are way different than we remember them now. So
R.P.
I'd probably,
Barbara.
yeah,
Yo, you always forget about Barb, bruh. That's
yeah.
crazy. She's just trying to be a W Mans, man. And Nancy,
She
Nancy
was,
freaking
she
Drew.
was.
Yeah.
But if I rewatched it, it'd probably go to number one. But
Okay.
number four, season four is my favorite season, and there's something with me that when you get the villain, when you have that creep factor, that was one of the scariest abilities. I mean, he was picking people up from
Bro,
nowhere, dead.
crazy.
Um, and a lot
No,
of
the
the stuff
freaking
was
clock, bruh. The freaking clock.
yeah.
What if that was a
All of that was some horror movie
yeah.
goodness, like perfect, like sound effects.
Mm,
Danger is impending, like it's so good. Um, and the whole linkage with 11, I thought was done really well. But the main reason why I like four the best is that cliffhanger. I love it when seasons end um with like a really really hard place to pick up from. That whole
mm.
town got raptured, whatever
Decimated.
you want to call it. Yeah, decimated. And it's kind of like the heroes win, but they don't win. And then
Mm,
what are the heroes going to do now? Because they can't really go back. They can't really do, like, that's what we've been working for the last four seasons.
right.
And it's like, yo, the heroes can't do this. Like, this monster is too devastating. So it's gonna be really exciting to see how they wrap it up season five. I'm sure they're gonna have an explanation. Uh, but it just reminds me of kind of like why I like Infinity War the best. It's you
Mm,
snap, all the heroes are in a horrible position.
yeah.
It movie over. I don't have to think. I can think about what comes next. But all of that goodness in season four, I thought was magnificent. So I'm gonna go
Mm,
four as the best season.
I like that. I like that.